Anyway, we're gonna talk about, basically because of the whole situation, how a lot of us black women felt. Is black women being protected by black men? Do you feel like they are protecting us? What do you think?
I think that's a dumb ass question.
How that?
Because I think you can't label it as black men and black women.
Why not?
Because my bad, I had to get a little sip. Black men, yes, they will protect their black women. And why I say they will protect if they love that black woman. Just like if a white man love his white woman, just like if an Asian man loves his. I just feel, yes, I feel like they will, because I see a lot of black love out here. I see a lot of black people that would stand up for their wives, and the wives would stand up for their husband. Personally, I seen it.
Okay.
Like I seen it. Like I really seen true love, and I feel like, and I know that I seen them take up. And it's most time, the men really don't have to say too much because they're that rock. So the women may have a time where they may be like, they'll say certain things to get, well, it may be a situation, they go out to eat or something like that, food messed up. My girl may say something for me because I like, man, my steak messed up. Excuse me, sir. He said his steak is not da-da-da-da. I'm like, damn, I appreciate that. Like, I didn't have to say nothing. But if I know a motherfucker coming, going back and forth with my girl, yelling, screaming, da-da-da-da, I'm like, she handling it. But then I'm like, okay, it's getting to a point where I need to, hey, hold on, bro. Like, I let it go, but now you about to goddamn cross the line, and you need to calm your, and that. So like I said, it's a lot of I think black women are protected. I think it's a lot, but I have seen situations as well where black couples, not black men or women, couples are just toxic. And they don't need to be together. And they hit each other. You seen that video where that dude was singing and the girl came behind me. You remember that video?
Oh, on TikTok.
Yeah, when he slapped, like that's a toxic ass relationship. So nah, so stuff like that. But you know what? He probably would fight for her though. Just because he loved her, but it's still a toxic relationship because they always fighting. Okay. But like I said, that question right there is kind of broad, but I think genuinely, I think we do. Stay woke. Designed by Lady Young. Go ahead.
I'm trying to say, no, say don't. I'm gonna tell y'all. Hey. Black men, I ain't gonna say all, but majority of black men do not protect black women. Will Smith has did something that a lot of black men had an opportunity to do, but don't do. He upraised some of his co-workers on this new movie about Serena Williams, King, what's his name, Richard. He made their pay raise go up. Because they wasn't getting paid nothing really. But he helped them, get their money up or whatnot. And I was talking to someone and I was telling them, I was like, I don't think black women get paid enough, women in general, but I don't think black women get paid enough for the same thing that men do. So we both teachers, and we both been doing teaching for a long time. We should have the same pay.
Okay.
But some women don't get paid the same amount as you do. Even if they're a principal, they probably don't get paid as much as you do. As far as like this whole Jada situation, make it seem like there's a lot of men out here that hate women, that don't like women. Because as soon as you hear that she cheated with, not even cheated, that she has slept with August Alsina, all of a sudden, oh, she causing this man to have mental problems. She causing this man to do all this stuff. We bash our own women so hard, and it's crazy. It's really crazy how they bashed us. Like, we get treated the worst. We get the back end of stuff. We get the connotation that we are loud, bitter, with all this stuff. And every black man having date every black woman. I can't say every black man is aggressive. He don't do what he's supposed to do. He ain't got no job. All the stereotypes type stuff. I'm not going to do it because I haven't met every man. Correct? I haven't met him. So I can't go around and say that every man is, don't protect black women. But I know for the bulk of on the internet, I don't think we're supposed to be seeing all this stuff at once. But on the internet, it shows that black men really don't protect their black women. It just shows. That's all I had to say about it. It showed, and it's crazy how a lot of black men decide to date outside the race and they disrespect black women. Now, if you date outside your race, I don't have a problem with that. You could date outside your race. That's what you want to do. But you don't have to bring down your black woman because you want to date outside your race. Oh, black women do this, black women do that. White women talk back just like black women do. Hispanic women talk back just like black women do. But all of a sudden, when we talking back, all of a sudden we're a problem. That's not, no. I'm not, that's not okay.
Well, with the situation you said about pay and all this stuff, I don't know how accurate that is, especially in teaching, but I don't know how accurate
it was just an example.
I mean, it's an example. I'm not saying the teacher, I'm just talking about accurate period. I don't know, because now they're starting to make it where things starting to be equal. Now, I'm not sure. I'm not on that side of the fence. I will do some more research, my due diligence on that. But a lot of black men, it's not that they don't want to date black women. Sometimes it's just because they're a lot of them were not raised or in a situation where they be around a lot of black people. Because you guys think there's a lot of black men that go to schools like, Harvard and Duke, where there's a lot of
That's what I'm saying. So, even though you could, I don't care if you date outside the race. I just don't need you talking down on.
Well, I don't want to say we talk down, but it is like, just like some ignorant ass niggas and black men, it's some ignorant ass black women. So
that's true.
It's just according who you meet. Because I met some intelligent, beautiful, lovely black women, and I met some ghetto, damn, just ignorant ass black women. But like I said, I met some ghetto white trash. I don't met some damn ghetto Hispanic. I don't met some damn, come on, I seen it. I worked in Forest Park, so I saw a lot of that. They call it, I don't understand though, let me ask y'all a question. Since this is off topic right now, but, and I want to know if you can comment or whatever, when is it okay for somebody outside your race, being black, to say nigga? Whether they grew up with, whether they grew up with all around black people all their life, since they were birthed, they've been around, they were raised. Okay, what if they were raised, they was adopted, they was raised with black people and they white? Is that okay to say nigga? Because since we adopted you at 6 months and you was raised with my kids and you're 18 now, and you can say nigga, is that cool for her to say?
Is they black? Are they all the way white?
So my thing is, if that was a scenario, that's a situation. Why do I see Cubans or Hispanic people or even some Asian that act like they black say nigga, and it's like they let it go? What is it? Is it a descendant that I don't know about? Like, if you're not black, then you should say nigga. I don't even like saying nigga too much. I say it, but I try to catch myself a lot. So for me to see a white person, like, I'm not a person, like, unless you being disrespectful saying like nigger, I'm like, if a nigga say that, like, I might be like, I might kind of shut the shoulder, like, I mean, feel a little uneasy about it. So I don't know. I just say, when is it, or is it okay? Because I see it happen all the time. I just seen a video about it. A video that a white person was saying nigga. It was 3 black folk right there. They was just laughing like cool with it. So I'm just like, what? Is it okay now? Things change.
Well, for me, it ain't never okay. Don't come around me saying none of that. I don't want to hear it. But I do think Hispanics, Cubans, anybody that's from the islands, like I said, is ancestors are black. Mm-hmm. But they don't want to come to realization about that.
So don't say nigga then. If you
I said don't say it. I said don't say it, but I'm just saying that their ancestors are black. Mm-hmm. So therefore, they have some black in them as much as they want to deny that black. They do have black. Asians as well. So, Asians have black people that's darker than me. Don't see it on TV, but trust me, you go out there in Japan and all that stuff, you're going to see some black, Chinese, Japanese, all of it. But,
you're a badass.
But yeah, I don't think you should say it, period. I don't think anybody should say it. But at this point, us black people, we accept it as a term of endearment. And we say it so much to the point where it's in our vocabulary. We say it like that. Like, it's in our vocabulary. And then these other races have adopted the fact that, oh, they saying nigga, we could say nigga too, or whatnot. But that's where we got confusing when the white folks start calling us the N-words. Mm-hmm. That all of a sudden is a problem, but we really should have a problem with our own self because we saying a word that's a derogatory meaning towards us. Like, it's not a good meaning. It's not a good thing. Just like what you was talking about earlier, being called a coon or a nigga. Which one is worse? Both of them terrible. But if you call me a nigga and you the opposite race, I'm gonna feel some type of way.
Right. And people try to clean it up by saying I said nigga, not nigger. Like, I don't give a fuck if you said Negro, Negroid. Don't say it. Just keep it out your boy. Negroid. But I don't know if you've seen this episode. Well, it was a special, a comedy special with I can't think of his name, man. You ever seen the Carmichael Show?
Yeah.
The dude came out on this comedy, on his hour special.
No, I didn't see his hour special.
It just came out like this past weekend, I believe. Mm-hmm. And you saw what happened? Mm-mm. Spoiler alert. So he sitting there. If you haven't seen it, I forgot his name. But anyway,
Gerard.
He's Gerard, but that's not his real name. His real name is he said it at the end. He said, I hate my first name. That's not my first name. But it's the name of the special though. And he said at the end what his name was. But then during the special was about secrets, like people telling secrets. Mom with dad, out having, different types of affairs and all that. His granddad, his first name came from his dad's dad and his mom's dad, and they combined both of the names. Mm-hmm. And he said, I hate that. But anyway, he said, and I hate it because, like, they really both was kind of fucked up. Like, my mom's dad, he had, like, 23 kids outside the marriage plus 4 with his mom or grandma, and his dad had, like, 5 kids outside the marriage plus 4 with his wife, his grandma. So anyway, during the special, he kind of like this the whole time. He just sitting down, So, that's how he talk. He just talking like me and you talking right now, but he just kind of like real laid back. And he said, I had a secret too, man. I didn't tell nobody. I didn't tell my folks. I didn't tell my brothers. I didn't tell anybody. And I ain't tell the people I work with. I ain't tell you. Talking to the audience. Mm-hmm. I'm gay. Just like that. He was quiet. He looked up. emotional. It was like an emotional show, but it threw me off. I'm like, damn, this nigga's gay. He like, yeah, I already know a lot of people gonna turn the channel. He like, everybody who on TV right now, I know some people gonna cut it off, so I can't fuck with him no more because he gay. But you know, I'm like, nah, you gay, but damn, you had to come out like that. But I don't know, you didn't see it, so it's kind of like, if anybody saw that, it was kind of a weird show. Like, it's like he was trying to get his mom to reach out to him because he said his mom didn't really accept it. Mm-hmm. And the whole time he trying to like, yeah, you know, my mom, you know, she's a sweet girl. She just can't accept it. It's like the whole time he's trying to get acceptance from people about being gay. Like, he's trying to really, like, I never told him about I'm coming out now, and like, he started talking about his past relationships and stuff like that and all that. I'm kind of like, all right, getting a little weird now. Like, I don't want to hear about it. I mean, it was, the way he said it was funny. Like, he had some funny points in there. He'll say some real shit and then he'll come back with some funny shit. It was just a weird show. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. But yeah, he gay. That nigga's gay. It threw me off. I kind of like that. Don't shock me. It didn't shock me. Cause I said something. He either real corny, or he ain't, or he's sweet. But I don't know.
On his other,
only reason I liked it because David Allen Greer anyway. That was really why I watched it.
I think he had another special. He was talking about he experienced his with men in there in that one. So
he did. Mm-hmm. I really just started watching like literally a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. So. That don't shock me. So yeah. Yeah. You can come out how they come out though.
Man, they come out. It's acceptable now.
Yeah.
Just like folks calling people niggas.
It's not acceptable. I don't care what nobody say. It ain't never acceptable calling. Don't call me a nigga. If you ain't, even if you black, I gotta get in the habit of stop saying nigga too, cause
yeah, it is nigga.
It's in me at this point. But once I get a habit of stop saying nigga, I don't want nobody around me saying nigga. Like,
no, that's right.
So
my nigga, what we got next?
Nigga, don't try it.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna bring this up since you're not gonna bring it up. So, have you ever coached high school basketball?
No.
I've coached high school basketball. Have I coached AAU basketball? I haven't really coached it, but I've been around it. But don't you coach AAU?
Yeah.
Right. So
EBA.
So, and I coached for several high schools before, and I think I don't know. I just want to know, and we're not gonna stay on this long. I just want to know, from your perspective and my perspective. I'm not, I'm about to get deep in with you in this AAU. I coach AAU club volleyball too, so I be kind of traveling. Just got back from Orlando. She about to go to Orlando, go to New Orleans and all that crap. She had to go to New Orleans because guess where she from? She could have went anywhere in the world. She had to go. She could go anywhere in the world, but she got to go down to Louisiana. Could have went to Mexico, Honolulu, Hawaii, but she want to go to New Orleans. I'm just talking. But anyway, where do you get more? Where do you think you get more exposure? AAU or okay? So where do you think you get more exposure? AAU or high school?
So I say it depends.
Okay.
Both of them have its pros and cons.
Okay.
High school, if you actually in a good program, a good basketball program, and they're actually producing kids into college, then you could do something with that.
Yeah.
But if you ain't got a high school that's producing nothing, then AAU is where you need to go.
But with that AAU too, every AAU ain't putting you in the right situation.
Right, but when you're doing AAU, if you in a program, AAU is a program as well.
Right.
So if your program actually is working on trying to get you into college or whatnot, now even if it's D2, D3, it's still in college. It's still free.
Right.
Go to do that.
And
but
now you're doing all this transfer stuff now, so you can.
Yeah, it's a lot of. I say it's It depends on what your high school situation is. If your high school situation, if you got a coach that's actually working on trying to get you in college, actually, telling you what the stuff you need to do, go training, you need to be, in these college places, you need to be DMing them on Twitter, you need to be messaging them, emailing them, pretty much sending out your videos. Every time you get a video, you need to be doing this and that third. If you got a high school coach that's active like that, then at high school is where to go. Because it's a little more structured than AAU. It's a little more structured than AAU. But if your coach ain't doing none of that, and your AAU coach is putting you in a position that your high school coach is not putting you in, they sending out videos, they sending emails, and, working with you, telling you go training, spending time with you as far as trying to help you get into school, then AAU is for you. And then also, I think AAU also is like you're going to see a different type of talent out there versus when you're in high school. Yeah. AAU, you're going to see some dogs out there that you don't see in high school. Yeah. Because if a high school team, they got to have at least sometimes 12 on the roster. And them 12 might not even be good for to make a high school team. On AAU, you might have a few people on a team that's, the bare minimum, but you're going to have a couple of people on your team that's some dogs on there. And them dogs is supposed to keep it going. They supposed to be, for the next generation. But, so that's why I say it depends on the situation. But, of course, I coach AAU. I'm going to say do the AAU route, but you got to be in a good program and don't hop into different programs or whatnot. I say get in a good program. Don't get in a program that already got superstars already and they're expecting you to pay $2,000 and you ain't even a superstar yet. And like they ain't even gonna play you like that either too. Get on a team that's gonna actually get you some quality work. You're gonna get out there and get better. Because you don't want to get on a team that got stars already on the team because you ain't gonna get no playing time at all. Right. They could be tired and still be on the court. Right. So, but high school is a little. You can have one dog on high school, and that dog might not even get a scholarship to a D1, D2 school. They might get a scholarship to a D3 school.
Well, I don't know. I think you just go hand in hand now. I think you can't do one without the other. Because I just feel like, even in the high school I work, since COVID had hit, we couldn't travel as much. But before then, we were traveling to different places, like Memphis and Orlando, not Orlando, but Florida and stuff like that. But since that COVID hit, it kind of got stagnant. But I think this year, we're gonna start back traveling. I think AAU, like I said, if you get in a good program, you're gonna do a lot of traveling. Like she is, she's going to Orlando, New Orleans, stuff like that. New Orleans. And
we're going to Tennessee and Virginia.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying those are some places she's going. I'm not trying. The point is, she's traveling. She's exposing her team. So that's a good program to get in. And I'm glad that I can be a part of that program. It's just that right now I haven't been able to join right now because I'm still in volleyball season. So, but yeah, AAU versus high school. Like she said, I think it go hand in hand now. I think you can't do one without the other, especially if you're great talent. And I think it's just giving you more exposure regardless. Again, giving you exposure on the national level, high school level, and then you just and there's just so many ways, man, you can go, and so many routes you can go with sports now, man. And people start to get paid in high school and stuff just to play basketball. Yeah. So it's just crazy. $100,000. Right, it's just crazy, man. So. It's cool, but
I think you could do without the other though. You could play AAU ball and get a scholarship, but the only thing is with that, you have to be a dog already. You can't just think somebody gonna come and look at you and you ain't no dog.
Yeah, that's true.
So you got to be out here already, Yeah. College coaches are already contacting you and they come to your AAU tournaments. Right. So that's how you got to do that. But if you're not a dog, play both. Just play both.